Labyrinth-like corridors and halls, traps everywhere. The owner of this mansion must be a bit paranoid.
If it wouldn't trouble you, could we see this Mr. Gallagher?
Who exactly is this Gallagher you keep talking about? There's been a few people mentioning this name. Even the one with the gray hair.
Indeed, every part of you is real. The brown hair, soft and curly like Benny's. The orange eyes, which make me miss the gaze of Sir Whitaker. That odd scar, the mark of Wolsey. And the gray vest, tie, hound emblem, bottle, the bartending, and your role as a security officer. These are all true traits. From all 52 loyal family members. The more noise he makes, the more opportunities I have to make you and your true master pay in blood.
After countless fruitless pursuits, I gave up. Like a lost dog. I've told you all I know is a sign of gratitude. Thank you for listening to this old dog. Bark and all. Misha's a sensible kid. Me? At his age, I was just a little terror. Biting everyone in sight. You, the family, you broke my spine and pulled out my fangs, and now you want to accuse me of murder? Ridiculous. Only idiots who've drunk too much Soul Glad will berate a stray dog in the streets.
You devil. You wretched, despicable dog.
brings you here, Gallagher?
Some friends from the old days. Do you have a moment to spare, Siobhan?
Oh, I have the whole day to spare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dream Jolt Hostelry.
This light cone is securely guarded. It must hold some important memories.
According to Robin's interview, despite having performed on so many grand stages, her favorite performance was a pretend show she put on with her brother when they were just kids. I remember hearing something unusual in her voice, and now it seems I was right.
Robin believed it was because the harmony had been tampered with somehow. But as far as I know, there aren't many entities capable of interfering with the power of paths. If there really is a traitor within the family, that person must hold a high position or possess unimaginable strength.
Is this what the harmony represents? But is it built upon constraint and coercion?
What?
Huh?
This clockwork trick of yours, it's kinda dangerous.
It seems neither the Dream Master of Penacony nor this old Odie is happy with Sunday's recent performance.
They don't seem to care much about death. Instead, they're more concerned about the Charmony Festival and the Watchmaker.
I heard you got caught by the family. I gave you a clear clue. Befriend a mute. Simple and straightforward, you know? Here's a hint for you. Since you can't convince anyone, why don't you find a rock to be friends with? At least a rock won't be able to refute your arguments.
Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony.
And what did you do? You messed it up and ended up as their prisoner. I told you to make friends with a mute, not become one yourself. Let me tell you something. There were 2 mutes, but one is dead now, and the other, though he's still in Penacony, I'm afraid you'll never find him again.
Now I'm completely sure that I was on the right track from the beginning and never strayed, fool. It's our Stellaron friend's identity, isn't it?
I see you're in the know.
I originally planned on showing up earlier to reveal some truths to you. But I encountered more roadblocks than expected. 11 times I've tried, but ended in failure. Before I knew it, this world and I became too intertwined, and it became too difficult to escape the constraints of the script.
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
I'm afraid the family will not open the doors for you.
Why?
Because the path you walk is not accepted by the Harmony.
You know better than I do. Who watched the little songbird that couldn't sing perish right before their eyes? You did, Blondie.
No, I mean... What did you mean by becoming one myself?
Well, it means you'll soon end up like her, unable to speak ever again. But it's a good thing if you ask me, because...
Because I'm getting closer to the truth, right? This dream of theirs isn't a boundless sea. It's a lonely island, The family used the Harmony to build a high wall and isolate them from the vast and treacherous ocean of the outside world. That barrier they built keeps death out, but it also keeps the secrets that are lost in that watery abyss from floating to the surface. To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself, until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. I didn't need to find the Memory Zone meme. I just needed for someone to kill me like it killed that silver-haired girl.
You're very lucky that fate has decided to let us cross paths. I happen to be equipped with a very sharp blade, sharp enough to slice through the veil of dreams. Unless someone goes to the other side of the barrier and lives to tell the tale.
Someone already has. I got the idea early on, chewing on that masked fool's little hint. If a mute isn't someone who cannot make a sound, then it has to be someone who cannot speak. Someone who survived the treacherous depths, but is unable to take the stage and speak the truth.
I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light, and to burn, to keep on burning, until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
Remember the question on the invitation letter. Why does life slumber? Why do people choose to sleep? I think it's because they're afraid to wake up from the dream.
Have you ever heard the saying, sleep is the rehearsal of death? Why do the living sleep? Oh, because we are not ready for the final rest.
But you said sleep is the rehearsal of death. So why does life sleep? Because we are not ready to welcome death. So you can definitely understand why we want to be prepared. Even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. There are countless things that humans cannot change. But before the end, there are many things that humans can do while on their journey.
The whole thing is just fate playing a cruel joke on us.
They're pretty, aren't they? Sis said they're a gift from Mama Funga. Colorful eyes are said to bring good luck.
You're wrong. 30 Topaz. He'll give you that. And much more than that. Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want, even what you don't want. Kakavasha. A good name, but unfortunately destined to be buried in the dirt. You, though, you deserve to live, to create even more wealth for us.
Do you truly want to destroy the world with your own hands?
Let's assume, just assuming now, that every time I roll the dice, there's a possibility of achieving this particular outcome. Then I would be quite happy to make that wager.
Just tell me if you can't hold on any longer. Here, take this. Open it when you're on your last legs. You'll thank me.
The light of the Aventurine stone has disappeared. This only represents one outcome.
He kept his promise and got what he wanted.
And because of this, the end will thus reveal a completely different meaning. Take a good look at your pocket. Your friend has already given you the answer.
Without
Without that Aventurine stone, you're nothing more than a doomed Sigonian thrall, sentenced to die by the IPC. Or is that serial number on your neck a cherished memento from the Amber Lord?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Ratio, you wretch.
It's good timing that you mentioned the doctor. I'm especially fond of what you and he have in common. The conspiracies, calculations. Especially the part about the finale, a magnificent act of betrayal. They only see your big bets, your bravado, the full house, the straight flush. They don't know the other hand is below the table, clutching your chips for dear life. It's a heck of an act. No wonder the tavern sent you an invite. You're a natural kid. You don't stop at fooling the audience, you fool yourself, too.
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing. I told you I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison. This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. I'm putting down the bet. I'm taking the gamble. I'm claiming the win. All it may spin the wheel, a daring gamble. Walking the brink of death for rebirth. Oh, for the Emperor Lord!
He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance.
As planned, your cornerstone has been successfully sent to the family's territory. Then,
Let's fulfill our duty and start harvesting. I come for an audience. I come to fill wine, and I come to claim. I bestow poison in the guise of sweet dew. Come the toil of spring and yield a fall. I patiently wait for the branches to be heavy with withered fruits. All for the Amber Lord.
My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it.
That lady's passed. Well, nobody knows. But if all you want is a simple answer, sure. You best get a chair and take a seat. That woman, named Acheron, is an emanator who should not exist. Long time no see. Having fun on Penacony? Acheron, my bullets will find you. Until then, you best find a casket store on Penacony and ask the owner to reserve a good quality casket for you, imposter.
Because they are not like other beings. They have never glanced at anyone, and they never need to. They leave woven strands of fate for humans to walk, and together, they weave a great shadow. And this shadow silently envelops them.
There are always those who rise from the shadows.
And they mostly become a part of the shadow.
In your eyes, am I the same?
You still have a strand of color, but not much.
That is enough. Before they vanish completely, I will reach the Nihility's end.
Is it?
Perhaps to you, I am just an emanator who's hiding her identity. But the sleeping and shapeless never glance at anyone. They have no face, no form, and even less of a will to speak. The nihility envelops everyone equally. Only some who have gone under their shadow can go farther, tainting themselves with more nihility. That's all.